better have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
How's it going, guys? I'm Andrew.
I'm Chris.
And welcome back to Baller's Basement. Now,
Welcome back.
Game 2. We're here to talk about Game 2 of the NBA Finals, the Cleveland Cavaliers at Golden State. The final score of this game was 132 to 113 in favor of the Warriors. So, throughout this video of the Game 2 recap, we're just going to give our perspective on what happened, why we think Golden State won, what the Cavs would have to do better in order to win a game at home on, when is their game? Wednesday? Tuesday?
Their game is Wednesday.
The game is Wednesday, 9 p.m. on ABC. Okay, just saw it right there. And we're also going to talk about what the Warriors need to keep doing consistently to keep winning these games. So, Chris, why don't you start it off?
So from what I saw in Game 2, it's looking like Klay is back. And that brings big problems for Cleveland. Steph Curry had a triple-double. Kevin Durant had another great stat line. So what I took away from this game was LeBron is pretty much by himself in Cleveland, just off terms of production. Steph Curry outplayed his matchup against Kyrie, and that was one of the big points for me thinking that Cleveland would take it in 7, because I felt like Steph Curry wasn't going to produce, but he's proven me wrong, and he's producing. He actually out-rebounded everybody on the Cavs individually besides LeBron, and that is a very big issue. Kevin Love did the same, except he did everybody on the Cavs individually. Nobody on the Cavs besides LeBron and Kevin Love had more than 7 rebounds, and that's an issue. They need to step it up. They actually forced a lot of turnovers, which was a much better. They did a much better job, but they didn't capitalize on it because they were committing their own turnovers, and then they wasn't making their shots. So, I mean, you can't really beat Golden State in a run and gun game, which is how they're playing, when Golden State is going 3 for 2 most of the time. They shot 41 or 43 three-pointers, and they made 18 of them. So you're not really going to beat them in a run-and-gun type of game, because that is their playing style, and that's not Cleveland's playing style. So, I mean, in Game 3, I think in order for Cleveland to win it, I think they're going to have to neutralize pretty much the Warriors' offense of running gun. They're going to have to neutralize that. They're going to have to out-rebound them, and they're going to have to play with more heart. They showed a lot more heart in Game 2 than they did in Game 1, but they're definitely going to have to step it up.
Yeah, that was nicely said. Honestly, we were supposed to record this Game 2 recap a while ago, but I needed some extra time because, you know, when I saw the game, I just saw the Cavs getting outclassed. You know, I mean, honestly, the Warriors are offensive juggernaut, and I just needed more time to dissect the game, really rewatched it. I rewatched it 2 times to process what I saw and to look at the stats to see where Cleveland went wrong and what they need to do better. First and foremost, I think next game, the Cleveland Cavaliers need to start Iman Shumpert, because the defensive consistency and aggressiveness that he showed on Kevin Durant was phenomenal, especially for the first half of the game. J.R. Smith...
He definitely played with a great edge this game.
Yeah, J.R. Smith had no points. You know, he had a lot of fouls called on him. He's a minus 18 on the floor. Like Chris said, Stephen Curry had a triple-double. He had 10 rebounds. Tristan Thompson had 4. Tristan Thompson went on record saying, "Oh yeah, you know, when we play the Warriors in Game 2, it's about to be WWE in the paint. And it's going to be wrestling for loose balls." Well, he sure didn't do that. All right, he had 2 points and 4 boards. If you can combine Game 1 and you combine Game 2, he's at 8 points and 8 boards this finals series. And
No,
coming
he had
into
eight, he had 8 points this game.
no, he didn't.
He had 0 points.
Oh,
last game.
you're right. Oh crap, you're right. Wow. Okay. Well, you're right.
But
Oh
he's
wow.
also
Okay, so he had
18 on
8
the
points
floor.
this game and no points the first game.
And he's minus 18 on the floor. JR's minus 18. Kyrie's minus 17. Kevin Love is minus 8, and LeBron is minus 11.
Coming
You're not
into
gonna
this
beat the Golden
series-
State Warriors. Everybody's minus.
Coming into this series, Tristan Thompson was one of the X factors that I gave the Cavs. I was like, look, you know, I believe the Cavs are great on the fast break. I think they should still run and gun on their offense, but I think they should try to control the tempo of the Warriors when it comes to their offense. But I said, you know, Tristan Thompson and Kevin Love crashing the boards, I think could be a significant advantage for the Cavaliers if they're controlling the paint, because that gives them extra possessions. But when you have Stephen Curry getting, what, 11 rebounds?
He got 10 or 11.
He had 10
He
rebounds, and
has-
Tristan Thompson getting 4.
Yeah, he has 10 rebounds.
I mean, it's ridiculous. You're not. I mean, Kevin Love. He's surprisingly. He's shown up. He has 27 points, 7 boards, 2 steals, only 1 turnover. I mean, he's been playing
He's
phenomenally.
trying.
I mean,
He's actually trying. I give Kevin Love the credit that he deserves. He is trying his best to really try to step up this year, but it's not enough. We also need the help of Kyrie. You're playing a big 3 versus a big 4 already.
And Kyrie,
you're already fighting a losing battle.
Kyrie Irving. I mean, he's been having trouble. I mean, granted, he has Klay Thompson on him, one of the best defenders in the league, and he's been playing phenomenal defense from what I've been seeing. But, you know, he went 8 for 23. Yeah, he has to step it up. He has to be more efficient. He has to, you know, take it to the lane. I mean, I'm not saying he's doing these fancy layups. I mean, you know, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but he needs to just keep it simple and score. You know, break down his defender. If he's locked up, get other people involved. Try to be more of a playmaker, because without Kyrie and LeBron, I mean, the team's built around LeBron, and not many of the players besides Kyrie and LeBron could create offense for themselves. I mean, Kevin Love can on a really good day, you know, but
Yeah, Smith can too on a really good day.
I mean, most of them are spot-up shooters. Deron Williams, sort of, but
Also.
this final series has been kind of disappointing from what I've seen. You know, he
Not
only
even
had
kind of disappointing, very disappointing.
he only had
He hasn't made a
5
shot.
points.
Oh, he has no points. He hadn't made a shot.
Oh, not even 5
No-
points. I'm
no
looking
serious.
at Derek Williams. Darren Williams had
0.
0.
Nothing. Over
Not
5.
-8.
Yeah.
You know,
Legit, almost the whole Cavs is minus, and almost the whole Golden State is in the plus.
the Cavs
Besides
need,
Sean Livingston and JaVale McGee, I think Sean Livingston, JaVale McGee, James Michael McAdoo, and Matt Barnes. Everybody else is in the plus for the Warriors, and that's a problem. You can't go plus. You can't. Everybody on the Cavs can't be minus, and everybody on the Golden State Warriors can't be plus if Cleveland plans on winning.
I
For
mean,
Golden State, this is great.
LeBron's been
Golden
playing
State,
phenomenally.
They're playing to their peak level.
Yeah, I mean, LeBron's been playing great. I mean, the man played 39 minutes, 12 of 18, 1 of 3 from 3-point range, 5 of 4 from free throw. He had 29 points, 1 block,
29 points,
only 4
11
turnovers.
rebounds, 14 assists, with 3 steals and a block. I think he had a great game.
Yeah, I mean,
But going up against Kevin Durant, him and Kevin Durant are kind of canceling each other out right now, because Kevin Durant is playing out of this world.
Yeah.
And I think in order for Cleveland to be able to take it, I think they're gonna have to neutralize. They're gonna have to match what Golden State's starting lineup is gonna come out with. And I think they need to take advantage of the fact that they don't have LeBron in the beginning of the game. The first 2 quarters, LeBron was purposely attacking the rim, and he was producing the way he should, because he was playing to his potential by driving to the lane, by creating contact, by getting fouls. But after halftime, he didn't really do it as much, because I feel like he got a little tired, because he did have to play very physical defense on Kevin Durant.
I mean, I don't even think it's that the Cavs, you know, have to keep up with what the Warriors starting lineup could do. I mean, because that's a tall task to ask. I mean, and they've been playing pretty well offensively as is, but I think it just comes down to they need to play defense. They need to come out with, you know, defensive fervor and, you know, the right attitude, and they need to attack the boards. I mean, you're not going to win if Golden State can just chuck up shots and you have Stephen Curry running in the lane and finessing these rebounds over Tristan Thompson.
The last 2 games.
I mean, you're not gonna win. I mean, LeBron James is an amazing player. He's one of the best players of all time. He's been doing his job. I mean, he's been playing well, but I mean, against this Golden State Warriors team, it's gonna take everything. It's gonna take for the role players to play well. It's gonna take for, you know, the people who, I mean, you expect a 10-10 game out of Tristan Thompson. He's gonna have to play outside of himself to win. He's gonna have to do more than that. Everyone's gonna have to do more. And right now, the role players are not playing well. And the people who are supposed to be doing what we expect out of them are doing less than that. An exception to Kevin Love, and I think Kyrie Irving's playing all right, but he needs to be more efficient.
He's playing okay, but he's not playing to what we're used to Kyrie playing. He's not playing up to his, you know, his regular skill level. You know, we've seen Kyrie actually, you know, take over a game. We've seen him in even last series against, what was it, Game 4, where he said, "We're not losing this game." And he put it on his shoulders and he carried Cleveland to the win. So I mean, we've seen Kyrie, you know, take over a game, but this is not that Kyrie right now. I don't know what happened.
And this is not that same team that he did that against.
Definitely not.
Because no offense to Boston, they don't have a Klay Thompson. You know what I mean? They don't have that type of.
Avery Bradley.
Avery Bradley is a great defender. I'll say that, but he's not as long as Klay. You know, they're not the same guy, and you know he's not getting fried on the other end like how Golden State is. They're forcing Kyrie to defend, which does take energy out of him. So from my perspective, the Cavs dropped the first 2 games at Golden State. I mean, Golden State, they defended their home court. They did what they were supposed to do. Now it's up to Cleveland. If they come out in Game 3, you know, letting Golden State have their way, and they go down 3-0, honestly, I mean, I think that's about it. You know, so they need to come out.
If they lose this next game, then the series is over.
It's over. You know, and I know they came back from 3-1 last year, but this is not the same team from last year. This is not the same situation from last year. This is not the same Cavaliers team from last year. The Cavaliers team from last year was way better defended than this Cavaliers team, if I have to say so myself.
Apparently.
They're not the same team. But, you know, if they come out Game 3, do what they're supposed to do, have it 2-1, and if they are able to defend their home court, then we have a series here. I mean, well, then they're in good shape. I don't think it's truly a series until the opposing team wins on their opponent's floor, which the Cavs will have to do. But I think Tristan...
Which the Cavs... I think that pretty much what I'm seeing is I need to see... In order for the Cavs to win Game 3, they have to out-rebound the Warriors. They have to make the Warriors force turnovers like they did this game.
And they have to take care of the ball. They have to take care of the ball.
They have to limit their turnovers.
Yeah.
And they have to make their shots. Nobody only about 3 people or 4 or 5 people shot you know, more than 50%.
And they also have to. They have to. I mean, I know they know, but they have to realize Golden State. They're gonna go on their runs. They're gonna do. You know, they're an offense. They're one of the best offensive teams in NBA history, if not the best. Honestly, offensively, yeah, they've got it. Yeah. So they have to keep their composure and not try to force quick threes to try to get back in the game. Play your game, move the ball, attack the paint if that's what's getting you your points.
Another thing is control the tempo. Cleveland must control the tempo in order to beat Golden State.
And they should continue. I do give them credit for being a lot more physical in Game 2. I mean, that was evident. You know, they showed a lot more effort, but they have to keep their composure. I think what's killing them is that the guys that, you know, like a Tristan, you expect a certain, you know, a bare minimum out of him, and he's performing way below that. And it's like you need everyone on their complete A game and some to win against this Warriors team. You need everyone to show up. And right now it's been LeBron and Kevin Love and, you know, Kyrie trying and the role players looking lost and Tristan Thompson, you know, daydreaming. I don't know what's going on. So the Cavs have to wake up. They have to play like every game's a game 7 from this point on. I mean, because it really is. They can't afford to go down 3-0. They can't afford to go down 3-1. They can't. You know, so
they have to
win.
They have to play crunch time basketball. They have to play it's do or die, win or go home, because that's pretty much what it is at this point.
Yeah, especially against this Golden State team, because they're playing phenomenally. Especially Kevin Durant and Stephen Curry.
They need to let KD and Stephen Curry continue running their offense, because Draymond Green right now he got in foul trouble last game. He didn't really get in foul trouble the first game, but I mean, I can see him starting to slip a little bit. I can see it. He's starting to slip a little bit. He's starting to unwind because he's getting more angry as from comparing game 1 to game 2. He's getting way more angry.
He's a very emotional guy. When he gets called on him that he thinks is bogus, he lets people know. You know?
Yeah, and I see that happening in game 3.
Yeah.
Honestly, I see him starting to get more and more angry, and I don't think that's good for Golden State. So I think they need to, not rely. They haven't really relied on him too much, except for the 3-point shot a lot in game 2. They have relied on his 3-point shot a lot, and he hasn't been making it. But they need to let the offense come to him instead of trying to get him to take more shots. They need to let him get his usual shots, like in the paint. Let him, facilitate rather than try to score himself, because that's what he's best at.
And he's
a Swiss Army knife.
In the beginning of game 2, I believe he was hitting some threes. I mean, he was doing his thing, and on the defensive end, he definitely.
It was the end of game 2 more.
Yeah,
than the beginning.
He definitely has a presence, but I think his playmaking has been phenomenal for them. I mean, he's been a pretty good playmaker, great defender. Klay Thompson's waking up, which is, it's another.
Which is really bad for Cleveland.
Yeah, so the Cavs have to treat every game like it's game 7. I mean, that's the only thing to say. If not, then the series is over. They're
pretty much.
So it's do or die from this point forward. I mean, last game would have been great for them to win, but
it'd have been excellent for them to take it in order just to put Golden State on their back. Golden State looks really comfortable right now. They're not playing, with any fear. They're not playing uncomfortably. They're playing really they're just flowing.
And let me say something. Any game where Stephen Curry has 10 rebounds, you lost. You automatically lost. If you have Stephen Curry crashing the boards, come on now. Or it can't happen.
I don't know if it was me in the league. I don't care if I'm the same height as Steph Curry. I'm not allowing him to out rebound me like that. So if I was everybody in Cleveland, pretty much besides LeBron, I'd be ashamed.
Chris, I don't think you'd be on the Cavs, and Stephen Curry would dominate. He would get 25 boards over him.
If I'm in the NBA, no, he's not.
Chris, Stephen Curry Stephen Curry would have 30 boards on you, bro. Anyway, I'm getting a little off topic. You're trash. You're trash. Let's be honest. Let's be. I played you before. Oh man, I should upload that game winner I hit on you. But anyway, the Cavs need to come out like it's game 7 for the rest of the series. I mean, it's honestly this is it. I mean, they can't afford to lose another game, especially at home. If they come out game 3 and lose, I mean, I said Cavs in 7, but I expected a Tristan Thompson to show up. I expected a J.R. Smith to give his 10 points. I expected the bench to show up.
Kyle Korver, Shannon Fry, Richard
maybe
Jefferson.
Darren Williams having a little bit of a renaissance. I thought it could. The talent's there. They just need to put it. They need to come to play. They need to, come with the right attitude. Yeah. It hasn't come together so far. Golden State's been blowing the doors off the gym. So
Cleveland make me regret picking them in 7. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, I wouldn't say that. From what
they're not playing to the potential at all.
I mean, LeBron is. Kevin Love is. But LeBron the rest of them need to show up.
And Kevin Love is. Everybody else is just. They're not playing to their potential.
Yeah. So. That's our recap of Game 2. How we felt about Game 2. And what we think each team needs to do in order to have success in Game 3. So, I think that about wraps it up for our Game 2 recap. If you guys liked the video, please be sure to rate the video, comment, and subscribe. We would truly appreciate it. And, in the meantime, don't write Team Blaze in the comments. Write Team A.
In fact, write who do you think would win in the basketball game? Team Blaze or Team A?
How would they know that?
Let me.
They don't even know. Besides the picture on our they don't know. They don't know how we play. They don't know how I play basketball. They don't know how you play basketball. They don't know. They don't know that. So how would they know that?
That's it.
Huh? I already beat you.
No, you didn't.
Anyway, we're not gonna get into
Don't lie to these lovely folks.
That's the end of our Game 2 recap. We will have our Game 3 recap out after Game 3. In the meantime, we're going to continue posting on our Path to Greatness series. Go check that out on our page and go check out our previous predictions for this series. Like I said, rate, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you guys next time. Peace.
Peace.